Val Pancakes here, and joining me tonight on the stack, I have Ref Kim. You can see her working in the TWE arena in Chattanooga, also for Action Wrestling in New South, among others. So please welcome Ref Kim tonight.
Hi.
Hi. Thank you for agreeing to hang out with me tonight. I appreciate you taking time to talk with me. I kind of mentioned to you right before we hit record that I love that there's so many female referees right now. I feel like there's kind of like a boom that I haven't really seen before. And I love being able to talk with you guys. So thank you for agreeing to talk with me tonight. I want to show other people and other, women and, maybe people that are just kind of coming into it. Like you can find a place for yourself in wrestling as a woman where you don't just have to wrestle or be a valet. Like there are other places for you. So and on that note, what were you like as a young child? What was a young Kim like?
Oh, a young Kim. Well, I grew up going to like wrestling shows. Locally we had this show called not News, dang it. Empire, Pro Wrestling, UEW. Like I grew up going to those shows. Whenever I first got into wrestling, whenever I was like 6, my papa actually introduced me to it. We used to like watch that, get like little VCR tapes, record like shows, and like just watch it back as a family. It was like me and my papa's bonding time, and he's like the main person that got me into wrestling, which I'm very thankful for, and I'm glad that I'm hopefully making him proud by being in the business, because but yeah, young Kim was, loved pro wrestling. I still do. Will always love pro wrestling. Yeah, it's a big part of my life. It's like now I'm really glad that I get to like be involved with it. It's always been a dream of mine to like be in the business, and I'm so glad I got the opportunity to become a referee. But yeah, grew up with that. I do have a story of time though. Whenever young Kim was just got through watching wrestling, I thought, yo, let me try this move real quick. After it says do not try at home. I got up on the couch one day, told my sister, I was like, hey, Brittany, move out of the way. Like, I want to try something. She didn't move. So I said, oh, wow. And I tried doing a drop kick. I drop kicked her right in the ear. Like, right in the ear. Safe to say she had to go to the emergency room.
Oh.
I felt bad for it, but yeah.
Should have moved.
But yeah, like I said, it's a big part of my life, and I looked up to a bunch of wrestlers growing up, for sure.
Yeah. So what wrestlers did you said you looked up to a bunch of wrestlers growing up? Like, who'd you look up to? Like, who are your inspirations, or whatever you want to look at it?
Geez. I was a big Batista fan. Like, every single time he came out there doing his little blah, I'd get up and do it with him, like watching pay-per-views and everything. Like, he was one of the people that inspired me. Him, AJ Lee was like one of the female wrestlers I used to look up to. Growing up, let's see, Natalia as well. Like, I was a big Natalia fan. And then I don't know if you remember like Deuce and Domino and stuff like that, but they came out there with the roller skates on. I was like, that looks so cool. Like I was like so impressed with that stuff. And then also Jeff Hardy as well. Like I was a huge Jeff Hardy fan growing up. But
so what made you decide to become a ref?
Let's see. It was, hold on, my dog's so loud. Hey, nice. Anyways, let's see. It was I've always thought that it like the ref's job was like pretty cool. So one day in training, I walked up to my trainer, Jaden Newman. I was like, hey Jaden, is there a way I can try to like learn how to become a referee? He was like, yeah, because we can try to get you started with trying to train with that. They started like working with me and stuff, and then yeah, that's pretty much like how I started becoming a referee. I watched. I used to. I studied like referees. Take notes of like things to like help me improve and everything. I got like a whole entire like note journal of like notes and stuff to like try to get a better other referee. I'm still working on it. I have a few flaws that I'm trying to fix, but it's a it's a fucking progress. For sure.
Yeah. What referees do you look to for like to kind of model your style after?
I see. I studied a lot of like Aubrey Edwards. Can't think of his name was on the top of my head, but I can't remember. He's like an older WWE ref. I can't remember his name though.
It's all good.
Yeah. My brain's like slipping.
You're fine.
Yeah.
So, who had the most influence on you both in and out of wrestling?
Most influence, like what exactly?
Whatever that means to you. So, if it was somebody that helped you get to where you're at in the business, if it was somebody that helped you in your personal life, it can be two different people. However you want to answer that question.
Oh yeah. Shiny Shoes. Shiny Shoes was the person that helped me train to become a referee. He still gives me notes and everything. I take everything that he says to heart, and I try to like take in all of his like critiques and stuff, and I make sure I try to push myself to become better because I want to make Shoes proud of me because like I said, like he's been there for me since day one. Same with Jaden. Like I don't know what I'd do without either one of them too, because I definitely wouldn't be what I am now without both of them. But
Aww.
yeah.
So, what do you see as your future in wrestling? Like, what are your future plans in wrestling? Do you plan to move on or?
I definitely plan on traveling more with it. Like that's one of my goals I'm wanting to like push for is like starting to like travel with it, and hopefully one day I can get into the bigger companies like either AEW or WWE would be great. Even if it's New Japan as well, like that would be like awesome companies to like work for. It would I don't know what I do if it was to get on AEW or WWE though. My dollars, I'm glad puppies. But yeah, definitely the long goal is to push towards those companies as well. But
So, what has been your greatest achievement in wrestling so far?
oh, that's a good question. Greatest achievement so far. Definitely being a part of Scenic City. I grew up going to the Scenic City shows. I haven't missed one show of Scenic City growing up. And like the moment that they told me, "Yo, Kim, would you like to rep for us?" I was like, "Yes!" Like that was like a dream come true. Like, growing up, I was like, "Yo, this would be so cool to be a part of." Like, like a local wrestling that's like huge for like everybody and me being a part of it. I was like just like so nervous slash like excited to be a part of that. Like that was so huge to me. Like nobody realizes how big that opportunity was for me, but that was so huge for me. But yeah.
That's awesome. I went last year to SCI, I went this year to SCI. I love SCI. It is like if someone told me I could only take 2 trips a year, it would be Mania Weekend and SCI, hands down. Like SCI is so much fun. Just the atmosphere, the wrestling's fantastic. The atmosphere is so welcoming. Like I love when I can get down to Chattanooga because y'all are so nice to me down there. And and SCI is huge to just get that caliber of talent and to be able to have like that kind of like big show feel, but have it be like also kind of like intimate too is very cool to me.
Mm-hmm.
So what would you say has been the greatest obstacle that you've overcome in wrestling?
Greatest obstacle? I definitely my stage fright. Um, um, I'm a very like quiet and like self absorbed person. So like getting out there getting out there is like definitely getting me like to open up more and like be like try to be a little more outgoing and like because also like I'm a very self talker, so like with the refereeing gets me like loud and everything, so that's definitely like helping me like with that part of myself. I'm a very shy person too, so like I don't know, like it's definitely helping me out with like opening up more and stuff like that.
If you had an action figure of yourself and it was one of the ones that could talk, what would you want it to say and what accessories would it come with?
That's a good question as well. Let's see. I I always say like ayo or like that's crazy and stuff like that. So like that would probably be cool for it to say. My action figure definitely had like a hoodie on and like like a beanie and stuff like that. And definitely have like a Converses on, like yeah. That's kind of like my own stuff is.
So, what is the wrestling word that you use most outside of wrestling?
What wrestling word?
Yeah.
I definitely say brother a lot, which I'm pretty sure like everybody says that. Definitely say that. I'm always like, yo, that guy's selling and like all that stuff. Like all my friends, every single time I say like wrestling phrases, they're like, Kim, what are you talking about? I'm like, oh yeah, I forgot. You don't speak wrestling. And so it's like at work, like I'm like always saying like wrestling catchphrases, and they're like, Kim, what are you even saying? And I'm like, you wouldn't understand, like like I'm sorry, like, I need to speak differently.
Yeah, there's like a whole different like set of words and phrases.
Yes, definitely is.
That you start using around your wrestling friends and then you start using around your non-wrestling friends and they go, huh?
They're like, what did you say?
Like, what do you mean? Is it a shoe? I don't understand. I was like,
Yes.
What do you mean when you ask me if it's a shoot or a work? I don't get it.
Yeah, shoot, work, heat. They're like, what? Like, what do you mean heat? I'm like, oh, it means, yeah. And they're
Yeah.
like, you're so weird, Kim. I'm like, I'm sorry. Like
It's like, I don't know, maybe just like be weirder. I don't know what to tell
yeah,
you.
exactly. Like you match my energy.
Right? Like, I don't know. Gotta figure it out.
Real.
Kayfabe, brother. Like,
Yes.
like I'm not even like in wrestling, but because I've been around like my local scene for 10 years and like most of my friends at this point are involved in wrestling or are wrestlers, it just proliferated into my vocabulary and I can't stop myself.
Same. Like I get everyday words. Like it's great. I love it.
So when you travel or you're on the road, what do you like to listen to?
Also, I'm very big like punk rock and like rock and stuff like that. I listen to a little bit of everything, but my version of music is definitely punk rock. Like,
Nice.
yes, I have like a whole entire playlist of just like punk rock music and like my hype playlist I listen to, especially like before shows too. Like I have to get myself like pumped up and stuff. So like listen to that stuff and it gets me like in the mood. I'm like, let's go. Like
So what would be like the most surprising song on your playlist?
the most surprising song. Oh jeez. Um. So it's not punk rock related, but I don't know if you ever watched like Dear Evan Hansen.
Yeah.
Yes, I've listen. I have like that whole entire album set on my playlist, and what's that song? I can't remember what it's called. I listen like Sincerely Me by that playlist. That I have like a whole entire dance and everything for that song. It's great. Like that's definitely like probably like the most surprising song because I don't know if anybody knows this, but like I used to be in like musical theater, and that's what I was going to go to college for. I went for like 1 year, and then family stuff happened, so I didn't get to finish. But I'm planning on going back and get my associates at least, as I only have 1 more year left. So yeah, I'm very big with like musical theater and stuff like that.
Oh
Um,
yeah.
I have a bunch of like musical theater songs on my playlist too, and they're like if people like heard my playlist, they'd be like, "What is this?" And I'm like, "Yo, y'all weren't supposed to say that." Like,
What are some of your favorite musicals?
oh,
I love musicals, so
jeez, I love The Greatest Showman. Like that is one of my top musicals. That Evan Hansen. Hamilton is like not like up there, but like it's still like there. That Shrek the Musical, as I was in a musical called Shrek the Musical in high school. I love that playlist as well. Like that musical itself is like a masterpiece. I also like the musical Heathers as well. That's a good one as well. But yeah.
fun. Do you listen to any podcasts at all? Like wrestling or non-wrestling? It doesn't matter to me.
Um I
Are you
listen
not
to
like a podcast gal?
I'm not like fully a podcast gal, but I will listen to some of them if like my wrestling friends and stuff suggest it. Like the Chris Jericho podcast I listen to because one of the boys is like, "Yo, you should actually listen to this." I'll listen to it and I love it. I listen to that one. And then I can't remember the other one I've listened to, but I have a few podcasts that I listen to and I try. Especially like wrestling, like wrestling podcasts, especially like if it's about like referee stuff, I definitely try to catch those and try to like get on my notes and stuff and like the advice and stuff for like reffing in general. But yeah,
Nice. So when you're so like I'm a fat girl and I'm a big snacker
Mm-hmm.
and I'm a snackosaurus rex. I love snacks. So what are your like go to like road or like show day snacks?
And go to, oh my goodness. Um, Definitely like Cheetos and um beef jerky. It's weird, but like beef jerky is like definitely like a go-to road snack. Um, that um, I don't know if you've heard of like Muddy Buddies. I think that's what it's called. But like those as well. Um, I don't know. My snacks are like usually random. Or like if I'm on the road, I try to like get stuff that I'm like in the mood for at the time. But yeah, I definitely will pick up Cheetos and like um Muddy Buddies and stuff like that. Like anytime I was anyway.
So what is your favorite type of match to referee?
My favorite type of ooh that's a
And I guess on the flip side of that, then is there any match that you haven't refereed that you would like to, like any type of match you'd want to, be it like I don't know, like a death match or like a 2 out of 3 falls match or something like that. Like,
um I definitely need to get some more 2 out of 3 falls matches in. Um Dead matches are fun as well. I know like if you ever like watch me like ref and stuff, like I get into it as well. Um like those are fun to work. I did one this past Saturday actually. Um those and like no DQ matches, like I like that both of those as well. Um but yeah. I don't know.
do you have any like show day, like pre-show rituals like that you have to do before your show?
Um hmm. Before shows, I usually pop in my headphones, listen to music, like dance around a little bit, get myself like in like the like in a rhythm to like get because every single show I get like nervous, so like that helps me like snap out of my nerves. Um, Definitely do that. I make sure I eat. I mainly eat like Jacks before shows. That's like usually my go-to restaurant before shows, as it's not that far from the arena. Um, but yeah, I'm mainly just jamming out and um, trying and making sure like I'm eating and stuff before shows.
Not out there with your tummy growling because you're starving and now you're trying to rap and you're like, I'm so hungry. So, you said you travel a little bit. Do you have any good travel stories where something really funny happened or something like exciting or memorable, or you showed up to work like a new company and you get there and you're like, what the hell is this? And what did I get myself into? And
Oh,
you can go ahead and censor any names if you need to.
okay. They're gonna. Well, okay. So, a couple years ago, like my very first year with reffing, me and the boys would always go down to like New South shows. Um, Colorado was fun because it was usually me, Jaden Newman, Carson Milbeck, Aaron Wade, sometimes Johnny Shoes, and at the time it was Bailey Blake. That was like a carload. Um,
That
they
sounds tremendous.
oh geez, it was something else. Um, they'd always jam out to like all this music. Everybody would get into it. I'd be in the middle of both Aaron Wayne and Johnny Shoes. and then Siri goes back and forth at it. I'm in the middle. Like they one time they was like trying to like argue back and forth. I was like out there in the middle. I said, y'all, I'm like right here. You don't gotta yell. There's like
Oh,
my ear yelling. I was like, boys, calm down. And there was one time it was on the way home back from a show. We just got through stopping at Waffle House to eat. It was like 12 o'clock at night. We was jamming out to it was a dang it, what song was that? I have the video too of like what happened. Anyways, we were jamming out to this one song. Jaden decided to tell Carson, "No, stop the car real quick." So they stopped the car. Jaden full got out of the car on his hands and knees and started like screaming the lyrics out. It was so fun, and like I videoed it and like everything. Like we was all cracking up. Jaden hopped back in the car and goes, "Go, go, go." I was like, yo, that was so random. Like, it was so funny. Like, yeah. My car rides with them was always like, it's always fun. I still enjoy going on the trip with the boys because they don't make it like a dull moment. Like, it's never a dull moment with them in the car. Like, I love them boys so much, and I'm so glad that I get to like bond with them sometimes. Like, they're definitely like the best people that you ever meet. Like, jeez. And then like Aaron Wade is so random. Like all the time. So like he would say like some random stuff like in the car, and then they'll be like, "Wait, what? Like, what are you talking about?" Like, yo. We'd always play like little card games too. Like we had this game where we would start with like the letter A and name like a wrestler, and like everybody got a turn. If you missed a turn, I forgot what was the consequence for missing the turn, but you was auto eliminated. So like we do that for like golly, like most of the trip, and it was super fun. Like those card games that they came up with is great. Like, yeah.
it sounds like you have so much fun when you travel though. And like
I do. It's a blast, especially with them. Like if I'm not riding in the car with them, I don't think that it's gonna be entertaining. I feel like it would just be like, another day on the road, just boring, listen to music, like dreading the car ride. But like they make the car rides fun. Like I enjoy it so much. I don't know. I don't know what if I wasn't riding with them, like I don't think I know what to do when that's out.
Aw. Like that's so cute. Like I love that. So do you have any hidden talents?
Any hidden talents? I used geez Louise. I sing here and there a little bit. I don't sing like all the time. I don't sing in public either. My mama wants me to like start trying to sing in public and stuff, but I'm like, no, mama, not doing that. So I'm mainly do that. I'm starting to try to learn how to play piano a little bit. I'm trying to like self-teach myself the piano, and it's starting to come along.
Nice. You should absolutely sing in public. You should yeah, just start easy. Start like sing, like do you sing along like when you're in the grocery store and like a good jam comes on? Like do you sing along in the aisle?
Yeah, I don't sing too loud though, because I don't want people to hear me.
See, next time just pitch it out a little bit. Just like project a little bit more. Like
Yeah.
that. Start small. Start in the grocery store.
I like a
Who cares
saying
about those people?
on TikTok, but like I don't like have it where like a bunch of people can see it. Cause like I don't know. I'm like a very insecure person with like my singing and stuff. Even though I shouldn't be, but like I don't know. I need to start. I definitely need to start opening myself up more with some things, but I don't know. I just don't want to. I have a fear of judgment by people, so I think that's my problem. I'm just scared people's going to judge me and make fun of me and stuff. So I don't know.
I mean, I can understand that, but I mean, you're all like, you're putting yourself out there as a ref. You are super sweet and kind and wonderful. Like, just, I don't, like, I understand the fear of judgment. Like, don't get me wrong, I totally get that. But, like, I feel like people generally are nice. And I feel like that if that's something that you want to do or you want to try, like, go for
Thank you.
it. Do it while you still can. Because maybe someday you won't be able to.
Right? I don't know. I need to definitely start trying to get myself out there more. But I am like I'm a Twitch streamer as well. Play like video games for like viewers. I have like 600 followers. I'm also on like this esports team for like my gaming and stuff. So that's kind of like my like free time thing. That helped me a little bit with like my trying to get out there and talk to people more.
Yeah.
I also like sometimes I'm like singing on stream a little bit, but like I try to make sure nobody's watching before I do it. Some people like pops in like right as I'm doing it, and then they comment, and I'm like, oh, I didn't hear anything. I'm like, yeah, but I don't know. I need to definitely try to work on that more, but like not being so like shy and stuff around people. But
So, what would you tell a 10-year-old version of yourself if you could go back in time?
Definitely don't be afraid to try to do something that you want to do and that you love. And to definitely not be afraid to ask people questions about things. And definitely don't worry about other people's opinions of yourself, because people can be harsh, but it's really nothing that you should worry about, because other people's opinions doesn't really matter. And to be myself and like not be so like closed up and stuff, because I used to like be like worse, like a worse shy back in the day, because I definitely wanted to try to get into the business sooner than I did, but I was too scared to. Like I was too scared to like walk up to people and be like, "Hey, is there a way I can try to do this?" No, I was scared to. Like I felt, I don't know, I was terrified of people growing up, and I definitely should have like not worried about that and just went for it. Like, yeah.
I mean, Jaden is pretty scary, so I totally get it.
Oh yeah. Yeah, I literally never I would never I first met Jaden, like I was scared of him. I was afraid to like talk to him and stuff. I was like, this dude looks like he's gonna like rip my head off or something, like, because never I first met him, he was a heel at the time. And I was like, I looked at my mama. I said, Mama, I said, I'm terrified of this. She goes, why? I said, I don't know, but like he's like, he seemed like he's like very intimidating, and she was like, no, I bet he's like like he's nice and stuff. And I was like, yeah, English, yeah, got into training, and I was like, hi. I met podcast. Sorry.
Oh, you're fine.
got into training one day, and I met, and I started getting to know him, and like I was like, yo, but I was also scared of him. Like he's super nice, like he's a nice person. Jaden has definitely grown to be like one of my favorite people in the business, and like I'm so glad that I can call him my trainer. Like I don't know, I guess I wouldn't be in the business if it wasn't for him. I definitely him or Shoes. Like them two have been very supportive of me since day one, and they still continue to support me and help me try to get opportunities and stuff. Which I'll forever be thankful for them. But
Aw. So just have a couple more questions.
alrighty.
If there was a Ref Kim scented candle, what would it smell like?
Ooh, definitely cotton candy. Like cotton candy and like maybe like vanilla cookies and stuff. Like I that would definitely like be what it would sound like.
Yeah. So what is the biggest animal that you could take in a fight with just your hands, no weapons? And you can pretend it's attacking you.
Oh.
That you could subdue enough to get away from and out of harm.
Oh. Ooh. Trying to think of one that won't eat me in the process of it. I feel like I'm a very like fierce person sometimes, so I'd probably say maybe a deer, if anything. My brain wants to like go bigger and say a wolf, but no, I don't think a wolf. I don't think I could get away from a wolf. So yeah, I would say a deer. Like if a deer was trying to attack me, I'm pretty sure I can definitely get away from that in a fight. But
so how do you take your pancakes? What do you like in them and on them?
oh, I like chocolate chip pancakes. Chocolate chip pancakes with like maple syrup and like butter. Yes.
I like to have my chocolate chip pancakes with peanut butter.
Peanut butter? I haven't tried that. That sounds good actually. I might need to try.
Chocolate and peanut butter is lit, and peanut butter on a chocolate chip pancake, so good. 10/10 would recommend.
I'm about to try that next time I have chocolate chip pancakes.
So now, like, I need you to take like this little like mental journey with me. So just like, hold on, just take the ride. So imagine, if you will, you're hungry, you're at the store, and you're like moving down the aisles, and you decide you want something sweet, and you're going down aisle 1, aisle 2, and you see, oh, cookies. I love cookies. Who doesn't love cookies? So you stop at the cookie aisle, and you're looking at all the cookies, and you decide you don't want like a chocolate chip cookie or like one of those like fancy Milano cookies. No. You want America's favorite cookie, which is indeed the Oreo. So you go to the section with all the Oreos, and there's all the flavors, and you're like, I don't want any of those weird flavors today. I don't need like a Swedish fish Oreo. You just want like an OG Oreo with like a chocolate cookie and a white cream center, but you still have options. So you could pick a thin Oreo. You could pick like your regular OG Oreo. You could pick like a double stuffed Oreo, or you could pick like the most stuffed Oreo. So what Oreos are you picking?
Definitely the double stuffed Oreos.
I like you. That is the unofficial correct answer to the question.
Yay!
It is the right amount of stuff to cookie.
Yes, definitely.
So, like, extra point there because.
Yay!
So, this question comes from Vic. When we were doing live, we would always ask this question. Since we're not doing live anymore, I asked the question on behalf of our good friend Vic. And this one will come in 2 parts tonight. Part 1, what do you think is the best gear of all time? Like, what wrestler do you think has the best gear?
Ooh, best gear. I'm at the stick with AJ Lee. Like, yes, I love her. I love her style with like but like her style with like the gear and stuff. Like, I love that. Yeah,
For sure, like the Converse and like
yes,
the shorts.
shorts and like the crop top shirt. Yes.
I read somewhere. I'm a big AJ Lee fan also. I read somewhere that one of the reasons why she wanted to have that as like her gear was because she liked to cosplay and she wanted something that people could easily cosplay.
Ooh, I love that.
So I was like, that's dope, right? Like, she wants little girls to like dress up and be fierce. Like, that's awesome. Like, who didn't want to like do that? Like, I'm old. Like, who was I going to dress up as a child? Was I going to dress up as Sable? I don't think so.
Yeah.
Not as a 10-year-old. Like, come on now.
Yes.
You don't want your 10-year-olds dressing up like Sable. So part 2 of this question is, I know like the standard referee shirt is like, your black and white stripes, but I have seen some very colorful and creative referee shirts. Do you have do you just use the black and whites? Do you have something else that you use? Do you have a favorite look for other referees that you see at other companies? Like, what referee gear do you think is the best?
Definitely the black polo IEW shirts that us refs have. Like, that's my go-to gear now. Here and there, I'll throw on some stripes, but like the main gear I wear is definitely the black IWTV shirt. Yes.
Nice. So, what upcoming shows do you have?
Next show I have is actually an action show. November, I think 5th. It's on a Saturday. That's my next show. That one, and then on the 12th I have TWE, and yeah, that's pretty much it, I think, at the moment. But yeah.
Always subject to change.
Yeah, always.
Well, my other question is, where can people find you? Plug all of your social media that you want people to find you at. If you have Twitter, Instagram, if you have like a Facebook fan page, YouTube, Twitch, Patreon, if you have OnlyFans, TikTok, merch store, plug everything.
Okay, let's see. My Instagram and my Twitter is ITZ Your Girl Kim. My Twitch is D1Kim. My TikTok is ITZ D1 Sky. Yeah, that's like the main platforms that I've used at the moment. So
nice. Well, thank you so much for hanging out with me tonight. It's been really fun getting to know you. I hope that you are around when I am in Chattanooga in November for ICW.
yes, well, I will be there.
Yes, awesome, good deal. I was like, I get to see my ICW friends, I get to see my Chattanooga friends. I'm so happy. So once again, this has been The Stack. I'm Val Pancakes. This has been Ref Kim. Make sure to follow her on all of her social media. I just want to give a big thank you to Wrestling Over Everything and Table Bump for sponsoring the Bald Monkeys Network and The Stack. And thank you for tuning in. And thank you, Kim, for hanging out.
Thank you for having me. I appreciate it.